What if I told you that you're not failing to reach your goals because it's you, but mostly because of the system, right? Now listen to me and hear me out because I decided to bring both the atomic habits and manifestation together. And this is where I'm going to blow your minds, okay? Everything that I'm saying is in this book, okay? So, a system of atomic habits. If you're having trouble changing your habits, the problem isn't you, the problem is your system. Bad habits repeat themselves again and again, not because you don't want to change, but because you have the wrong system for change. How they say if you constantly keep doing something over and over again and you don't change, you're not changing the everyday system. A lot of people don't look into that. We will often set goals in our lives, or we often want something, like we want a desire, like we desire something to manifest in our lives. But the thing is, we have not chosen to change the system of how we manifest. Not even, and hear me out, not just not normal, not really change the system of how you manifest, but focus on the system behind the manifestation. We're actually more so, a lot of people get so anxious, and I can see why a lot of people do have anxiety with their manifestation, because they're obsessing over the outcome. You're obsessing over the how, when, and where, and what time this particular thing will take place in order to come into your life and to come into fruition. But you're not focusing on the system that you need to create in order to actually manifest the desires that you want. And the reason I'm saying that is because of this. Okay? It says, once I reach my goal, then I'll be happy. The problem with a goal is first mentality, is that you are continually putting happiness off until the next milestone. Okay? Furthermore, goals create an either or conflict. Either you achieve your goal and are successful, or you fail and you are a disappointment. Now, this is one thing I want to talk about. When we are manifesting our desires, we have this thing where I'll be happy once the money comes in. I'll be happy once I get the place I want. I'll be happy once I get the car I want. I'll be happy once I receive all these external things that are outside of me, without actually just taking that chance to being happy and creating a system. Now, the system behind manifestation, I'm going to tell you what the system behind manifestation is. Give me one second. Here we go. You want to change your mindset. You want to have a positive growth mindset, belief, and abundance mindset, meaning that regardless of what position, regardless of what situation you're in, even if you still have your old car and you don't have your new car, you have enough. The place that you have enough. The money in your pocket, you have a job, you still have enough. If you have an abundance mindset, you will then bring in more, because you're grateful and you're showing gratitude towards the things that you have, rather than looking at what you do not have. Being aware and open to accepting what is, for example, your current circumstances and experiences. I'm not going to tell you to ignore your current circumstances. You do not want to ignore your current circumstances when manifesting. You want to be able to look at your current circumstances and acknowledge that they do exist and they are here, but this is only just for temporarily stay. This is not for a prolonged period. When you acknowledge and you accept that this is how it is for now, that is when you will start to see things change around you. The reason people are so gung-ho and so focused on the circumstances is because they haven't accepted it. They want to lie to themselves and say, no, this is not what I'm seeing. Realistically, this is what is in your reality. Okay? Realistically, let's be honest. This is what's currently happening right now. This is your current situation. But this does not mean that, oh, this is going to be something that's going to happen for, that's going to continuously happen, unless you keep constantly going back into the same old patterns. Now, the Atomic Habits talks about how when we try to break the old habits, what we don't really focus on is the system behind the habits. Okay. So, for example, when you are trying to break a bad habit of eating, what is the system that you do? What is your system that you do on an everyday basis, which causes you to eat the bad foods on what are you doing on an everyday basis that's causing you to constantly overindulge in carbs and sodium, and high fats and things of that nature? What how can you break that pattern? Okay? You can acknowledge that this is a bad pattern that you have. This is a bad habit that you have. You're constantly eating junk food on a daily basis. You're not putting any nutritional value that needs to be in your body. You're not giving yourself the nutrition and the minerals and you know what I'm saying, that you actually need to survive. You're not giving your body any fiber. You're not giving your body any, you're not, let's say you're not even drinking water on a daily basis, things of that nature. You're not exercising. You're not getting up. You're not moving. Okay, so what is a way that you can break that habit? First, you have to first acknowledge that you have a bad habit. It's almost like you're trying to fix something without actually knowing what's broken. If you don't know the problem, how will you be able to fix it? Does that make sense? Okay, it does make sense, of course. So the reason I decided to, I wanted to put this together was because when I was looking, because I was looking this up and I was looking at the information and I was going to the sites about the information about how you actually manifest. And they were talking about mostly the law of attraction, but what are ways that you can manifest? This is the system behind manifestation. You want to be able to repeat on an everyday basis and affirm to yourself for new subconscious beliefs in order for your subconscious to manifest the things that you want into your reality. If you are not working on your self concept, if you are not working on yourself, period, you are not going to manifest the things that you want. If you are not breaking the old pattern and breaking the old habits and acknowledging that there is a problem and the problem is you, because you are standing in the way of what you want to manifest and the things that you want to come into your life, until you decide to actually face that, you are going to continue this system behind this system of delayed manifestations, or manifestations that do not come into fruition whatsoever. So understand, manifestation is a process. It is a process. You have to go through a process and you have to go through a series of events. Okay. When you see things that are happening in your reality that may show the opposite of what you are desiring, that doesn't mean to stop. It's just the same thing with a habit. For example, if you work out 3 days out of the week, you're still overweight. If you keep focusing so much on the result rather than actually focusing on the process and enjoying it and just allowing things to naturally work itself out, you're going to continue to cause anxiety for yourself. Okay, you're going to continuously put your manifestations at a delay because you are focusing so much on the outcome that you are not focusing on self. You are not focusing on you. You are not focusing on the spiritual aspect of things. You are not focused on you are not focusing on your mentality. You are not focused on you are not emotionally regulating your emotions to where you are calm. You're at a calm state. Do you know that when things naturally come to you, just like when it's love, they say love is the best thing when it happens naturally because it is not forced. Two people fall in love with each other when it is not forced. When you are forcing something, you are creating resistance. And the more you create resistance is what you're going to keep constantly coming back to and constantly being stuck at. So it's the same thing when it comes to a habit. When people are for example, I'm going to say me. So many times I had to start over from working out because I never saw any results. I didn't see the results. I was like, oh, and some people would be like, damn, Zay, you losing weight, baby. and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't see it." Oh, I'll be focusing on if my back is getting big. I'll focus on if my back is getting slimmer, if I'm building more muscle in my thighs, my legs, my calves, my arms. I'll be so obsessed with the image of how I would look that I would fall back into the same old habits, the same old eating habits, the same old pattern, because I would then give up when I don't see when I don't see what I want to see at that very moment, when things are not happening for me the fastest way. And that's when the ego tends to get in the way of your manifestation, because you are so busy saying, oh, well, this is how I want it, this is what I want. But if you're closing doors to opportunities. Let me tell you guys something. When you're manifesting something, whether it is a house, whether it is a car, whether it is your dream job, whether it is a new career, whatever, if you want to manifest getting signed by Snoop Dogg, and then next thing you know, there's another record label that ends up hitting you up that may not be him. Does that mean that you tell yourself, oh no, I don't want this? Oh no, you're closing the door for other opportunities. That doesn't necessarily mean that what you want is you're not going to have it. The quickest way to manifest things is when you are going to allow for other opportunities to be presented to you. You are allowing the universe to open up new doors. When you can say, I don't have to be married to my specific person. It doesn't have to be that specific person, because even if you do not get married to your specific person, that does not mean that you're going to fall and die off the face of the earth. That's not what that means. You can love another person just like you love your specific person. You can look at another person and say, this is my person. I love this person. And I'm not saying that you're not going to get what you want, but if you say that and you truthfully really mean it and say, you know what? I don't need this specific car. I don't need this specific house, because there's another beautiful house that I fell in love with. There's another car I fell in love with. Or there's this cat that I want. I don't need the specific cat. There's another cat that loves me, adores me, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to manifest. When you are allowing things to open for you, you are allowing doors to open for you. That is when you get your manifestation. That is the true test. And see, that's the way that you want to be able to break through this cycle, so that way you're not falling back into the same old patterns. Manifestation is a system. You have to find what system works for you. You have to find the system that is designed for you to manifest on an everyday basis. Do not keep going towards these coaches and listening about what they want you to do. You do this, you do the Neville Goddard way. You manifest what works for you, because whatever system works for you is going to be the system that you follow, that you're going to do on an everyday basis, that is going to lead you up to your manifestation. Okay. And this is what I'm saying. Now a lot of people will say, oh, you don't have to be grateful for the things you want and desire. It's not about manifestation. Should not be about just only manifesting the external things into your life. It should be about you. You've already manifested the things you want, because the universe has already said yes to you. So there is no, oh no, it's not going to happen. No, it's done. But you have to be able to stop putting yourself back into this old pattern of beliefs. And the way you do that is by changing your mindset, your abundance mindset, your growth mindset. Do you believe in yourself? Do you have the confidence within yourself? Are you feeling like this is something, excuse me. Are you feeling that, you know what, regardless of what other people say, regardless of the circumstances, I'm going to trust in myself. I'm going to trust in the universe. I'm going to trust in God. And I'm going to say, I can do this. I can do anything I put my mind to, regardless of what it is. Do you have an abundance mindset? Or are you focusing on the lack of things? Do not hang out with people who constantly call themselves broke, because the same people that call themselves broke is the same people who are going to keep manifesting brokenness into their life. You need to hang around people who say, regardless of what situation I'm in, I have enough. Even if you may not be making money from that business yet, you still have a job, you still have enough. Even if you may not have that dream car that you want just yet, but it's coming into fruition, you have enough. Focus on the things that are around you. Show gratitude towards the things that are around you. The universe responds to feeling. The universe does not respond to words. You have to be aware and open to and accepting what is in front of you and the experiences that you are experiencing. If you are experiencing trial and error, you have to be woman or man enough to say, this is my experience. This is something that has created in my reality. Now, this is what I know I need to do in order to actually create a new reality, to actually be able to and actually to experience something new, something different, something more divine. Okay. When you start to work on yourself, you see how when you start to love yourself, when you start to pour into yourself, people start to pour into you. People start to check up on you. People start to see where you at. You haven't been out in a while. You not answering your phone because you're giving back to yourself. Okay. So understand that the habits, it's not, and this is the thing, because in the Atomic Habits, if you've read this book by James Clear, he's actually talking about how it's not you, it's more of the system that you are implementing. What is the system that you're implementing? What are the new things that you're doing on an everyday basis to get to where you want to be? You know what I'm saying? And it first starts mentally. Everything starts mentally. If you don't believe in yourself, and then you're not going to do anything that's going to help you reach your goals. Let's just be real. Okay? So understand that once you have that system and you have it designed for you specifically, that is when you're going to manifest the things that you want into your reality. Things will come into fruition. Okay? Stop listening to other people who have negative mindsets. Do not tell people about your manifestation. I learned that and I was so wrong. I will not tell anyone about what I'm manifesting, because what I'm manifesting is my secret. It is between me and God only. It is not between me and the rest of the world. What I manifest is within secret. And if you have people around you who do not support your dreams, who do not support the things that you want to do with your life, who tell you that you cannot accomplish the things that you want in your life, you need to change your circle. If you're walking on eggshells with people who are fucking triggering you and constantly upsetting you, then you need to change your circle. It is time for you to step into a new version of who you are. It is time for you to start a new system and stop continuing these bad habits in the system that you know that doesn't work for you and continuously gives you the wrong results or gives you the results that you do not want. Do not focus on the outcome of your desire. Do not focus on when or where or how it will happen. Do not focus on that. Your focus is having your mindset right. Your focus is focusing on self-love. Your focus is giving back to you. Your focus is you putting confidence within yourself and reaffirming that belief over and over and over again until you have suppressed your subconscious mind. That is what you're supposed to do. Okay? Peace.